It's time to spill the tea with Tea Time with Steven. For the next 5 weeks, we get a chance to have a special guest in the studio to play your star request, spill the tea on fun random topics, and that's none other than Luminous and Steven in the studio. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So it's the first time that you've been on K-pop, and though you've been on Arirang Radio before, so I want to give you a platform to reintroduce yourself officially.
Yes, so I am Luminous is Steven. Yes, my group's called Luminous, and I'm a member there.
What's your
And-
position?
Yes, I am a rapper / sub vocalist.
Ooh.
Yes, and I'm 22 international age, 23 Korean age.
I love how you're like international age and Korean age. You got all that. You got all that down.
Yes.
So a lot of our listeners are super excited that you're here, and apparently your hair color, is this new? It's not new. Kind
It's not new. It's just like the color kind of faded out. so
Okay.
yes.
It's breathtakingly beautiful. It looks like it
Thank
it might have been many hours in the chair.
Yes.
How long did it take?
Like 4 hours?
That's not that bad.
4 or 6, I forgot.
Probably 6.
Yeah.
Look at how nice the color came out. I'm guessing a little bit of 6.
Mm.
So obviously you are from Australia. What part of Australia?
Sydney, Australia.
Sydney. I love your accent. I think I'm just gonna enjoy his accent for the next 5 weeks. Okay, so it's your first time in the studio. You have been on Arirang Radio though before, like you've
Yes.
been on Music Access, you've been on SoundKey as well.
Yes, yes.
What were some of the things you did on those segments?
Like games, like mini games,
Mm.
or acting, I guess you can say. So yes, there's like a script, and then we'll read
You
it.
would
and
read
then,
it and
yes,
act
to like
it
a
out.
K-pop song. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Maybe this might be the easiest thing that you're going to do then for the next 5 weeks.
Yes.
So for the next 5 weeks, we did kind of explain it to him, but you're going to have to appeal to Steven for the next 5 weeks. He is in sole control of our playlist for the next 5 weeks. It's not my choice. It's not PD Neem's choice. It's not our staff's choice. It's just you. It's all you. So our listeners are going to get a chance to send in their song requests to you. The topic for today is going to be work. But first, we're going to warm things up, kind of get to know you a little bit better as well.
Yes.
So our first balance game has been in our script, and there's some reasoning for it. So what's our balance game? Steven, please tell us what the choices are.
Yeah, so for the first balance game, it's bus and subway.
So bus versus subway.
Bus versus subway.
Okay, what did you choose?
I chose bus.
Okay, good, because I was going to go with subway.
Oh.
Okay, so please try to explain your reasoning for bus.
Right. Well, firstly, there's a lot of bus stops everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, you could like see one bus stop and then the next. So it's
All right, so
like,
they're shorter, like they're
Yes,
closer together.
it's closer.
Okay.
And you don't need to like walk down the subway and
Stairs.
like there's stairs and like find your place to go. And yeah, it's just 편해, I guess.
It's more convenient.
Yes. And subways, you need to like if you're going like a long distance, you need like transfer and all that. So it gets like you can't just rest. You gotta be like,
Right.
"Oh, when's my stop, man?"
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so in your experience, Korea most specifically, the bus is way more appealing for you.
Mhm. It might take longer, but you can just
You can relax.
relax. Yeah.
Okay, so now that's good, because the entire reason why I chose subway is the opposite of this. It takes so long most of the time to go by
Right.
bus in
Yes.
Korea. And it just, as a foreigner, I feel that subways are easier to
Right.
navigate even as a foreigner.
Yeah.
So like if you needed to, let's say, go to Hongdae from Gangnam, mostly you'll just stay on line number 2. If you are trying to go to Itaewon, yes, it might be a little bit more inconvenient, but yes, the stairs are annoying. Yes, it's really confusing, but I think that it's easier to navigate
Mm.
instead of the bus stops. Because honestly,
Yes, it
even
is.
though I've lived in Korea for more than 20 years
Mm.
now, the bus stops, if I have to transfer with bus,
Right. No, that's a pain.
it's so confusing. And then you have to
Yeah.
wait for the bus to come and you're not
Mm.
sure if it's the right bus or not.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? What other things are appealing for you for the bus? Because we need you to practice because Steven, there's penalties coming up in the next part.
Yes.
So you have to fight for your life to convince our listeners that your choice is right. So get some practice now.
Right. Well, the bus has 4 wheels. Yes. And yeah, you can see the driver driving, so like you can feel at ease, and
Okay.
you know, yeah, you're confident that there's someone on the wheel, and like, I don't know.
No, our listeners are helping you out. Our listeners are helping you out. Here. This is another reason. This one's
yes.
reason.
And the view.
Right.
Yes. You're on the bus and then you can see the view 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
But like subway, sometimes it goes on the ground. Sometimes it goes like on the bridge and you can see like a good view. But most of the time it's on the ground. So it's kind of like,
Okay. Well, Max agrees with you, says that buses are fun. Mimi also says that buses win. Well, you're not voting yet, guys. I don't want to have a penalty 5 weeks in a row just because you guys support Steven. I want to go back to in Australia because in LA, I used to live in LA. We don't really have subway systems. The bus system that we do have is not as convenient. There is a bus system. I hear that it's getting better, but it's not ideal for the area.
Yeah.
What about in Sydney? Is there like a public transportation that is convenient for people to use or?
Right. So it's really like separated. Firstly, subways is like a really small thing in Australia. They only have it like in the city.
Okay.
But then instead they have trains.
Okay.
Which is kind of like a subway in Korea.
Right.
So we just call it trains. But yeah, a train, like you don't really need to transfer.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's like trains that go directly to there.
Okay.
Or like go, yeah. Like
so it's not,
everywhere.
It's a little bit more convenient.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And buses, it's more for like suburbs that don't have trains, like a train station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you will get off at this station and then go to somewhere with the bus.
Oh, so actually the transportation there is actually pretty well connected considering how big it is.
Yeah, but the buses is like every 30 minutes or 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, because it's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Like the distance is a lot bigger than it is in Korea.
And they're always not on time, as I remember, yeah. It's like 30 minutes delayed, so like, yeah.
It's like, I'd rather just, so cars are still more dominant to have. So having your own car is more
the best.
convenient. Okay. So if let's say some of your fans were coming to Korea because Luminous is having a concert and they don't speak a lot of Korean and they're asking you on Bubble or whatever it is,
right?
Like, we need to get around Seoul. What would be your recommendation?
Oh no!
What would be your recommendation? I mean, it doesn't have to be bus, but like, just honestly, would it be taxi? Would it be bus? Would it be subway? What would you recommend?
Well, when I first came Korea, the taxi prices are pretty low,
right? Compared to right.
Yes. So yeah, I just took the taxi around.
Okay.
Yes, until
you ballin'.
Until I realized that cheap isn't always that cheap if you know, take it every second.
Right.
Like, just everywhere. And then you realize like $4 stacks up to like 20. And then it just gets out of control. So I'm like, I can't be taking taxis everywhere. I've got to learn to, take subways. Yeah. So I was like, oh man. And then I just got help and then I got used to the subway was pretty easy.
Okay.
For me. Yes.
So you do agree that the subway system is a little bit easier.
Yes. So I would recommend taking subways. Buses are a lot harder. And I I miss my stops a lot of times.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so this is how I'm gonna try to convince Stephen to choose my choices each week. But I mean, obviously, this is gonna be up to you guys. In the first part, though, it normally doesn't really matter. It's just a warm up for the both of us. The voting starts in the second part of the segment. So yeah, just stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Definitely. Let's see here. There's a lot of I've never seen our chat go up this fast. Serena was saying, just lie to us and say it's the boss. It's okay. Oh, Mimi's saying get one of those electric scooters. Oh yeah,
Yes.
those.
So it's good.
Yeah.
But you might need a license.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah,
You might have.
yes.
Do you have your license?
Yes, I do.
How old is it to get your license in Australia?
In Australia, it's 16, but you'll need to drive with a full license person for like a year. And then you can start driving by yourself like a year later after you get your license.
Oh, so it's 1 year later than the States. Because 15, you can get your permit in California, and then you can officially start driving at 16.
Right.
Oh.
Yes,
A
it's
year
1 year
later.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got his license.
Yes.
I think that's kind of the perk of living overseas.
Mm.
You get your license faster.
Yeah.
Well, you can get your license faster.
But then Korea, you can get it in one go and just start driving.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Late, yeah.
That and also the test here is so hard.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I heard.
I've seen a couple of my friends try to take the test like as a Korean. I was like, that's really hard.
Yeah.
A really hard test. Yeah. Did you get your driver's license in one take?
Yeah.
You did?
Go. Yes. For the Korea, I just transferred my...
Yeah. But in Sydney, Australia, you got it
in one go.
In one go.
Yes.
Oh, look at you. There we go. Tori says, so, okay, I'm coming to Korea so that Stephen can drive me around. Mimi saying, road trip.
Take you to the beach.
Oh, our beaches aren't that pretty, though.
It's not, but just for the vibes.
Yeah, you got to go down to Busan. I mean, Haeundae is fine, but yeah. Or go to Jeju.
Oh, I think I've been once, but I was like really young. I was like 3 years old, so I can't even remember.
Pinim, we need to do a Jeju special, and we need to take Luminous because Steven's never been to Jeju. Okay. So, fam, this is pretty much how it's going to go for today. And remember that you do have to appeal to Steven with your request. And I really love how the requests are coming in, though. Like, everybody is saying so much hellos and I love yous to Steven in the messages. Okay, so Steven has been choosing the requests for today. And the first request was sent in. So, Steven, could you please read who sent in the request and what request we're going to be listening to?
Yes, so the request is by Tiger Blue Eyes.
Okay.
Song request for Steven. Russian Roulette by Red Velvet. The perfect workplace song when you hate your job. Yes.
I hope you don't hate your job, Tiger. Oh no. I mean, at least you love your job.
Yes.
Though it is stressful.
Yes, well, there's pros and cons, but yeah, for every job there's pros and cons.
Right.
Yes.
So this song doesn't pertain to you, but
no, it doesn't. But I just thought I'll choose this song because hopefully one day you will like your job.
Okay. Yes. To hope that our listener likes their job.
Yes.
Okay. So this is how it goes. You have to appeal to Steven for the rest of the requests. Now, if some of your requests don't get played today, they might be played tomorrow. They might be played during the weekend. Pidinim finds her way to put them in all of the playlists. So stick around. In the meantime, though, we're going to take a listen to our first request, which is Tiger's request of Red Velvet's Russian Roulette. And we'll see you guys back after this with more of the show. All right, I keep getting messages off of our chat at the moment that apparently on other shows, Steven has been gone through too much. No, though. There's no reason to feel sorry for all of the past actions. It's his first time on K-poppin. He's never had a penalty here. It's okay to have him have a penalty today.
I had enough penalties.
What were some of the penalties that you've done in the past?
I think the worst one was I had to sad twerk.
Oh my
Like I had to twerk, but
in a sad way.
I don't even know.
You know what we need? I think we need the Steven fans to help us with our Monday segment. So Takumi members join us on Monday. We're always open to penalty suggestions. Sad twerking actually sounds like a genius idea. Could you guys send some of those just for us, and it'd be like really, really helpful. We do mix a few of the penalties, like Takumi's penalties and like Steven's penalties are going to be pretty similar. So yeah, send them our way. Steven might get them. Takumi might get them.
As long as it's not me, I'm good. I'm happy.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's tea time with Steven for the next 5 weeks, and we're talking about work. Steven, what's our balance game topic for today that you and I have been fighting about?
Yes, so it was about a senior who consistently hovers and a senior who teaches you nothing.
And you chose a
senior who teaches you nothing.
So, so you're going to be voting for either who you agree with or who you don't want to see the penalty today. So that means, okay, Steven, go for me. So the person who loses today has to do the penalty. No, Steven, no. Okay, you know what? I'll tell you this. I don't know why I'm saying this. So Tuesdays we have penalties too.
Yes.
And I don't normally have penalties. And we have 2 of our guests that have quizzes, and one of our male guests by the name of Joel has like the magic hand, because even if he loses, he always chooses the golden ticket.
Right.
There's a few golden tickets in there, and those involve pass it to the next person, penalty, pass it to the next person. For me, unfortunately, on Tuesday, there is one that is 흑장미, which is pass the penalty to DJ Isaac.
Right.
Unfortunately, he chose that. So I have a penalty for next week, but not 1, but 2. Why? Because we have a 1+1 penalty in there as well. So you never know. Even though you get chosen for today, you might be the next golden ticket holder.
No.
And
I have really bad luck. I've got the worst luck.
Kyle's like, burn the golden ticket. Burn the golden ticket. Okay, so we are still trying to convince our listeners of who we are or what we're promoting for today. So, Steven, obviously you're saying a senior who teaches you nothing. So just a recap of that. Why, in your final words, do you think that a senior in any work environment with no way, like no feedback at all, is better?
Yes. Well, firstly, you don't have to say no. So, yes, a senior who constantly hovers.
Right.
Will keep on bugging you and be like, do this, you got to do this, do this right. And even if you think you're doing good, when that senior goes, no, you're doing it wrong, do it my way.
Right.
Then you're just going to feel bad and be like, oh, I guess I wasn't doing it right.
Right.
Yes. So you lose your confidence, and you can just do it your own way, at ease, with confidence, and learn by looking at what other people do and have your own space.
Why is everybody choosing Steven all of a sudden? What did I do? No. I feel this has nothing to do with today's topic. Excuse me, K-poppin fam. What did I do wrong? Brooke was like, it feels like Isaac's cheating. How am I cheating? I have a penalty on Tuesday, guys. I have 2 penalties on Tuesday. What do you guys want from me?
More penalties.
Steven, you're not helping. I didn't realize the next 5 weeks was going to be putting me into the pit of despair and make me do penalties for the next weeks. Okay, well, Serena's saying that yes, Steven, that was a very good argument.
And you? Your point of view.
Okay, let's see if I can redeem myself here.
Good
All
luck.
right. So, right, the one that constantly hovers, I just want to say that just for me, because I am a people pleaser, and I know that some of our listeners are people pleasers as well, and you feel that the hovering senior is going to be a little too much for you. But to be very honest with you, I feel that for me, I need that like affirmation, like that affirmation that I did something. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they saw me do it. I was able to do it. Now they're accountable for my actions. You know what I mean? Like if the next morning, like let's say the senior, so Steven, you were for my senior, and you're like, okay, Isaac, before you leave today, make sure that you like, you know, organize the documents, make sure like all the paper is set up and everything. And I told you I did all of that, and you quote unquote checked. If the next morning our boss gets upset because they didn't like the job that was done, you're also going to be accountable for my actions.
But a bad senior in that situation would still blame you.
Well, yeah, I still blame me, but that person, that senior, is still in charge of me,
yes,
so to speak. So as long as I can put the blame with somebody else, if I can share the blame with somebody, I think that's going to be a lot better for me. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Definitely. Okay, so it feels that we need to get into another request, and I feel that, are we going Luminous first? First one for Luminous, or Tiara for the next song? Tiara for the next song? Okay, so we're going to go to Tiara for the next song, and we need you to give us who sent that in.
Yes, so this request was by Aaron N. Tea time with Steven. Hey, Isaac and Steven, how's it going? Staying happy and healthy, I hope. I've been working super hard to help open a hotel. I am the hotel attendant. I am the house attendant, and we officially open tomorrow. Ooh. There is nothing quite like the first time participating in something so big. My song request is Like the First Time by Tiara.
Yes. Yep, that's it. So we've got Tiara's track of Tell 'em like the first time, and we'll see you guys back after this to find out who's getting the penalty. Steven's in the studio for the next 5 weeks, and Pidinho says that we have to do the penalty ASAP. So let's do the countdown, Steven, to find out who's going to do it. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm scared. Please. Here are the results. 78.5% to 21.5%. Steven, you win this week.
Yes.
Give me the 20.
Yes.
You got lucky.
Thank you. It's my first week.
You got lucky. Ani! Hachima! I have to do body. I have to act out a cringe line from a K-drama or a K-movie. Woo! 왜 이러고 있는 건데? 너 바보야? 왜 말을 못해? 저 남자가 내 사람이다. 저 남자가 내 애인인데 왜 말을 못하냐고?
That was good.
Why did you guys do this to me? Why? Why do you guys do this to me? Steven is going to be joining us in the studio next week. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. As we say goodbye, we got Luminous' track. Which song request came in for this? Could you please tell us?
This was by Salty Serena. My song request is Matrosika Luminous because Steven worked on this song. This song gets me ready for the day and for school. I see what you got, what your ego on. Tap, 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 tap is my favorite part of the lyrics. It is a great ego/confidence booster that I need from the start to the end of my day.
Okay, so Lewis's track is going to be our last track for today. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, and we'll see you next week, Steven. Bye!
Bye!